Hi, welcome. So, I've been kind of down and out for like about a week now with a cold. It's a bad head cold, and I know it's nothing too serious, but it could turn into that if I don't deal with the congestion that's in my chest and everything. I will preface this: anything I recommend in this video is just for personal use and what I do personally, and I'm just sharing it. I'm not a doctor, and certainly if you feel really under the weather, you should always go, check the doctor. Yeah, it's pretty chill, hang out, and share some recipes with you guys, kind of a video, starting with last night. First, it's going to start with some egg drop soup. This is a combination of recipes that I found online, so this is not mine. Ooh, there's a mosquito in here. Ah, I got it. So, this is not my recipe. It's a combination of recipes and that I kind of adapted, but I'm not going to put it in the cookbook. Let's make some egg drop soup. So I'm going to start off with some chicken broth. I loaded up on this chicken broth today at the grocery store because, I used to get the big size ones, but I found that I usually didn't finish them, and then I'd have just for one serving. So this is a little bit small, so I'm going to make 2 of them. And unfortunately, I cannot find my tripod. I don't know where it's, I don't know. Maybe I left it on the table somewhere. So I'm going to do the best I can while I'm getting a hold of another one. I did get another light for my kitchen, though, so that's cool. And this is just a clip-on light. It's from Target. It was $8, and it's so that my cooking surface, I have more room on my cooking surface. And this light is powered by my power station, which is under here. It's plugged in to the power station back there. So I'm opening these up. They're 8 ounces, so 2 cups worth. And I might add a little bit of water because it'll probably boil down. So I'm going to start by just pouring that in. So this is where it switches up a little bit, because instead of just dropping the egg in there, I'm going to add a little bit of rice. Just a little bit to add some bulk to it, beef it up, because this is what I'm going to have for dinner. I keep my rice back here. Big jar of it. And I'm not going to add too much, but maybe, I don't know, a 1/4 cup or so. Maybe not even a 1/4 cup. I don't know. That's about how much I filled it. And I'm going to let that come to a little bit of a boil just to cook the rice, simmer the rice so the rice cooks. Now I'm going to do a little bit of a mixture of cornstarch. Maybe just a tablespoon of cornstarch, and mix it with some water because that's going to thicken up the soup. Question is, where is the cornstarch? There it is. So yeah, I'm just using the smallest one the biggest one I have. And I'm not measuring it exactly. I'm just taking, I don't know, maybe about a tablespoon of cornstarch. And I'm going to mix that with some water. Cornstarch is kind of funny because it'll thicken if you, it's just a little funny, but it mixes. You just have to do it. Sometimes it takes a little while, but yeah, this is a nice mix. It's amazing. It doesn't look that thick now, but it'll totally thicken up the soup. All right, I turned it down. I got to turn it back up. I want it to simmer. I want that rice to cook. Let's see how the rice is doing. Yeah, not quite done. In the meantime, I'm going to add a little bit of seasoning, some salt. The broth had a little bit of herbs in it, but I'm going to add some salt, some pepper. There we go. Get that rice cooking. One of these is salt. Some pepper. I think it's this one. It's like Tetris, or what's that game where you have to I don't know, move all the things around? I need to label the tops. There we go. A pinch of salt. Yes, Ruby? A pinch of pepper. Because I like pepper and everything. And I saw this in there, the onion powder. I'm going to put a little bit of that in too. Rice is getting there slowly. All right, while that rice is cooking, I'm just going to check in with you guys for a little bit to say thank you for all the feedback. I put up a poll recently asking what kind of videos you guys like. And there were so many sweet comments and so many supportive comments. So thank you. Thank you for those. It was really encouraging to hear. I don't know, just thank you for all the kind comments. I'm glad you guys enjoy all the videos. There was a lot of that, and it looked like kind of my day-to-day life, which is why I decided to film, even though I'm not feeling that well, and I just feel like trying to sleep, but I figured I'd show you guys, bring you along with me. So, yeah, thank you for filling that out, and also thank you for you know, checking out that throwback. That was almost 2 years ago, and I just like to show it to show kind of like the progression of my journey. And it's a video that I had made, but I didn't put up. I didn't post it. I think I had it for a little while, but then I took it down. So, yeah, I didn't have that one up. So I kind of looked it over. I did a little editing on it, and I re-uploaded it recently because I just wanted to share it with you guys. So. Yeah, I won't probably be doing too many more of those throwbacks, except on my Patreon. I have a few videos, and they're kind of fun to share. So, yeah, if you're interested in joining my Patreon community, those will be up there if you want to see more. But thanks, guys, for all the people that participated in the poll. I just like to check in every now and then and get kind of like a pulse of like what you guys enjoy, what kind of videos. And how I can be most helpful sharing about my life. So thanks for that. All right, let's check on this rice. Okay, it's looking good. I think the rice will be done pretty soon. I don't want it to get too big and like swell up too much. So it's time to add the cornstarch mix. Here's Ruby, checking in with Ruby. Hey, Rubsters. She's working hard on her, she's got this bone there. Ruby. Yeah, she's busy. The cornstarch stuff kind of settles, so it's a good idea to kind of mix it up again before adding it. And then I'm going to pour it slowly into the broth to thicken it up. You can tell by the way the rice kind of swirls that it's thickening. Okay, I think for this one I'm going to use 1 egg because I have the rice in there and I don't want to overwhelm it. And whisk the egg up real quick. And I can always add another egg if it seems like it needs it, but you pour the egg in while stirring it. And it depends if you go faster or slower. So I guess sometimes people add turmeric to it, or even I read yellow food coloring, which I wouldn't do that, but turmeric I could see to like give it a brighter yellow color, or maybe put stuff in it. I think a sliced tomato would be really good in it, or maybe some mushrooms, or I don't know, experiment with different stuff. But I just wanted to keep it simple. I have the rice in there for like make it a little more hearty, the egg, the chicken broth, and I am going to garnish it. I have this oh, you could also put like seaweed. I have different kinds of seaweed that might be good in there, but I'm keeping it simple tonight. So I have this hot chili paste, and I'm going to drizzle some of this because I want the heat to kind of clear out the congestion. So I'm going to drizzle some of this on there. And then I also have I'm going to slice up a green onion for the top. But I should probably rinse it first. And the way I do green onions, I just slice them up with scissors. So that's what I'm going to do. Adds a little, you know, a little garnish, plus a little texture, like a little pop. And then I'm going to do a little drizzle of this. Let's stir it up first, though. Oops, never mind. It already drizzled itself over. There we go. And there is my egg drop soup. I'm really excited to try this. It's got the chili, the rice. Yeah, this is gonna be good. Ruby's digging in her toy basket in the corner over there. Ruby, what are you getting out? Let's see what toy she picks out. While the soup's cooling just a little bit. Oh, her burger. The classic dinner time. Makes sense. Burger. Yep. Cheers, Rubes. Dinner time. She already ate. She already ate her food. But yeah. In case you guys didn't know, Ruby has her own channel. It's Our Life from Her Perspective. Her videos come out on Tuesdays. And yeah. Feel free to come on over and subscribe. I think she's pretty close to getting monetized, which is exciting, which means she'll be earning her own dog food, which is excellent. All right, if anybody would like to try a bite of this, it's a little bit spicy, but very good for a cold. So comforting. There's something about this that's so comforting, this food. If you stir it quickly, there's smaller pieces of egg, and if you stir it more slowly, it's like bigger pieces, so you can vary it. It's so good, though. I don't know why I had a craving for egg drop soup. I don't know, I don't normally like it. I mean, it's not that I don't, but you know, if you go out to eat, oftentimes it comes with soup at like a Chinese restaurant, and you can get hot and sour or egg drop, and I usually get hot and sour, which might be the next thing I try to make. But I had a craving for just egg drop, so I've been making it and having fun with it. I'm kind of varying the recipe. It's good with a little bit of rice. It could have tofu in it, or chicken too, or I don't know, other veggies. I think tomato would be good. All right, so that soup was really good, but I'm nice and full and warm and cozy, and even though it's pretty hot, it actually feels good because, I don't know, you know when you're sick and it's like, I'd rather be too warm than too cold. Anyway, Ruby's all laid out here. Taking up all the bed hog, Rubes. Look at this bed hog. Yeah, you. Anyway, I think it's early. It's like 8:20, but I'm gonna, it's dark out, and I'm gonna go lay down and see if I can get some early rest. I feel nice and like, yeah, full from the soup, and hopefully in the morning, I'll see you guys in the morning, and hopefully I'll feel a lot better. But I have a bunch more things to keep knocking the cold out, so yeah. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the morning. I'm gonna hit the sack, the hay, the bed, whatever you want to say. I'm going to sleep. See you guys in the morning. Hi, good morning. It's about 6:30 in the morning. Normally I would get up and make coffee, but I'm going to sleep in a little bit. I just want to check in. I did have a good night's sleep, so I'm feeling really hopeful about the way this day is going to turn out in terms of my health and getting over this cold. But I just want to say hi. Uh-oh. And good morning, and I'm going back to sleep for a bit. All right, wake up, take 2. Looks like it's shaping up to be a beautiful day, and I'm feeling good. I got a lot of sleep, so I'm ready to kick this cold once and for all. So I'm actually going to normally I make coffee. I think I'm going to have tea instead. Because coffee can, I'm just going to try tea. And then I'm going to make ramen for breakfast. So there's a lot of cooking, but hey, you're joining me as I'm trying to recuperate from this bad cold that I've had. So all right, see you in a minute once I'm actually up. I'm officially up now. It's I don't know, it's 9. I don't normally sleep in like that, but it felt really good. But I have a lot of congestion, so sticking with my get well protocol, we'll call it that. Van life, sick van life. Thanks for coming along, keeping me company. Good news is I cannot get you sick. I'm not contagious through the phone, I don't think. And I'm showing you all these things that I do to help keep myself well. So hopefully it'll help for somebody that's feeling a little under the weather. First things first, though, I gotta get Ruby her food and water. I just let her outside. So get her fed, and then I'm gonna make myself some tea for the morning. I hope everybody's doing well, staying healthy. It's a little dark, so I might turn some lights on. I'm just not sure. Whew. It's a little bright still. Still waking up, I think. All right. Time for her to eat. Well, she's got a nice full bowl of water this morning. That's where I keep the dog food. Ow. I hit my foot. And she's got some treats. Some people ask, this is this Hill Science food that I got a bunch. Oh, no, it's not. It says it's right there. Royal Canine. It's pricey. She was sick a few months ago. Well, I don't know. Maybe a few months ago. So I do feed her that. I have some left over of those. A couple people have asked. I give her Blue Buffalo food. So it's a dry kibble. It's really pretty good quality from what I can tell. And I add stuff to it sometimes. I'll add the soft food, or I add blueberries, or extra meat sometimes, or things like that. I also have these dog vitamin thing that I got. I put these on once in a while. It's like a daily multivitamin. I might as well put one on now. So yeah, I try to switch it up, and then I sprinkle it a little bit. It's just like a doggy vitamin. I'll put that on there, just because we're doing our wellness thing. I don't have my glasses on, so I can't really see, but you guys probably can. 8 in 1. It stuck to my nail too. There. All right. So that's that. I put those on, and then I keep extra treats, so they're within reach of when I'm driving, and so I can just pull them out if I need her to, want to give her a little treat or something. She's got an extra bone in here. That's what's in here. It's time to refill. Oh, I've got some peanut butter treats. Maybe I'll give one of those to her today. She got something right there on the top of her food. Lucky girl. I think this is good for now. I don't have any fruit to put on, so actually I have an apple. I might add that. And here she is. She's like, there you are again with that camera. Yep, and one of her little squeaky toys. Hi, Ropes. Good morning. Oh boy. I need to zoom the camera out. So I can get the full action shots. Where'd your toy go? Where is it, Ropes? You tossed it and now you can't find it? Where is it, Rubes? Look at that face. Are you worried? Yeah, you tossed it. I think it's behind you. I don't know. I didn't see. Somewhere. It's got to be there somewhere. I'm going to go have a look. Where is it, though? Seriously. Look what I found. Yep, I found it. Can you make it squeak? Can you make it squeak, Ropes? Squeak, squeak. I can. I don't think she's figured out how to do it yet. Yes. You're like, I'll show you. Oh, yes, I did. Well, she started eating, but she might like this, Rubes. Let me mix that in. Got big chunks of apple. There you go. Let's get this tea water going. So after, I'm going to make just some tea, and then I'm going to make some ramen. I'm making, we'll just call all of these soups, like hot soups that I like to have when I'm sick. So I'm going to have some soup. I'd never made egg drop soup before, like a week ago though. So that was kind of fun. I love hot and sour soup, which I've never made as well, but I think it would be kind of similar just with a few extra ingredients. So I'm excited to try that out. But one thing that I do love a lot is, and I have for years, is just like a hot brothy soup with noodles in it. And then you can put vegetables, protein, whatever. And there's like a lot of variations, and I just make the ones that I make. So, I got this broth yesterday that I'm going to use, that's ramen broth. I'm going to use that. I'll just show you guys when I get there. You having morning coffee, Ruby? Is that your morning coffee? Looks like you got all the treats on top. You got the caramel drizzle. I don't know what those are. Sprinkle covered marshmallows on your straw. And I'm over here making tea. You make me want a frappuccino. I did organize these drawers. It might not seem apparent. It might not seem organized at all. But I did. For today's purposes, we're keeping it super simple and using tea bags. I'm using just English breakfast tea bags, which are, of course, all the way at the bottom, in the back. So that part's not as easy, but I'm going to use 2, and I'll probably keep a couple more out for more tea later. All right, now time to put all the stuff back. And then these are rubber bands. I remember, so these are held by magnets, but you know, I have them so stuffed. even though they're a little more organized than they were, but I use these hair ties, and I looped it around, and it's just, yeah, like one of those soft hair ties. So that keeps them from opening while I'm driving. Now, another thing, when I'm sick, I try my best not to have any sugar, so I'm not going to put any sugar. I do have coconut sugar. That's a coconut sugar that I like to put in my coffee and or tea, but I'm not using that. But I am going to put cream, even though I try to stay away from dairy too. I'm going to put it in there. I'm just going to go for it. All right, it's time to get this soup going. I'm pretty excited. I have like some of my favorite ingredients. So there's these two kinds of seaweed. I love seaweed. I don't know how everybody feels about seaweed. This might be like a total turnoff. This video and the soups might not appeal, but for me, I love hot soup going into this time of year, especially if I'm feeling under the weather. But just as a kind of a staple, easy food, and you can put anything in the soups. And so the egg drop was fun because of the cornstarch. That's a way to like thicken the brothy soups. I know that that's been going on for a long time. I'm new to it, so that was kind of exciting. But hot brothy noodle soups are not new to me, and I'm excited. So hopefully you guys are a little bit excited about this too. I have this seaweed. And there's two kinds. This is from the Atlantic. I think it's somewhere. Yeah, it's from somewhere off the coast of Maine. Is this seaweed? It's a wakame or wakame. I'm not sure how to say it. And then there's this one too. This is a Pacific one though. So I'm going to do a little taste test before I put these in. And then I'm using this broth. This is cool because it already has ginger in it. So it's chicken broth, tamari, that doesn't have, tamari does not have wheat. It's a soy sauce without wheat. And then chicken, ginger, cooked vegetable stock, carrot, onion, and then ginger and onion. So it's real simple. I'm excited because it has ginger in it. This always happens at the grocery store. I pull off a chunk of ginger, and I don't know where it is now. I don't think it came home with me. So that's kind of a bummer. Or maybe it's in the bottom of one of the bags or something. But first, I'm going to get these noodles going. Not the whole bag, just like a few of them. They're rice noodles. And I'm going to get these going, and I'm going to boil an egg. I'm going to let the water boil and then add the noodles. But in the meantime, I think it'd be fun to compare these two different kinds of wakame. Or seaweed. So they're both the same kind of seaweed, but this one's from Maine. This one is from the Pacific. So I want to do a little taste test. Ooh, this one's good for like snacking on. I just had a little pinch of it. It's really small. The pieces are small. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, the pieces are kind of small. But I'm going to soak it in water. We'll try a little pinch in the water. And it's it's just crunchy when you snack on it. So I'm going to let those kind of rehydrate or whatever. And it sounds like it's time to put the noodles in. These pieces are really big, but this is a bigger kind. So these bigger ones are from Maine, and these are from the Pacific, which is a really big ocean. I don't know where. Maybe I'll look at the bag. Wait, take it back. I take it back. Look how big this one got. It just wasn't done like unfolding. That's cool. There are two different colors though. This big one, I'm gonna try the big one and see if it tastes different. It's really chewy and it has kind of a mild flavor. One of those smaller, more light green ones. This is the Pacific one. I like that one better. Pause for the cause here. Pause for the pause here. Yeah, that was... Are you... Look at the way you're looking at me, Ruby. Pause for the pause. Did you finish it all? She had a treat, but it seemed like she just finished it. Well, I think it might be time to drain the noodles. I don't want to overcook them, and they look soft enough. So I'm going to drain this water out and start heating up the broth. There we go. All right, I have all that set aside. I'm just going to leave the egg like that, but I'll, you know, crack it and peel it and all that. But yeah, that's just going to sit while I'm heating up the broth and the vegetables that are going in the broth. I've never heard of these. They look like creminis to me, or baby portobellas, but yeah, I'm gonna slice these up. I'm just kind of wipe them off first, but no need to rinse them. There's like the soil stuff on there, but not so sure she likes the apple. She tried one piece back there too. Rubes, do you like the apple? You don't want that? She's avoiding it. Oh, maybe. Give it a try, Rubes. Apples are good. Maybe not. Maybe she likes blueberries, but not apples. All right, there are my garnishes for the top. Well, and I'm gonna put some of this too. And I put a nice big spoonful of this. I thought I was filming, but I wasn't. But I put a nice big dollop of this hot chili crunch. Look at me, I'm about to add more too. So here it is, guys. Brothy hot soup number 2 of the video. This is how I get myself well. Lots of things like this. I'm being stubborn by having my sweatshirt on. It's really getting hot, but I couldn't do it. It's getting hot in here. Between the soup and the weather warming up, it's getting hot in here. So anyway, ooh, what's going on with my hair too? I'm just gonna eat it. I keep trying to offer a bite, and I'm not sure why I'm eating it with this, but I don't think you guys want to share food with me anyway today. Yep. I'll show you what it's looking like from my end. I have yet to bust into the egg. I just finished the soup and whew, that was good. It's like brought everything forward, the spice and the hot water and stuff. But now I'm going to do something that I do have a video about this. And I think I did it on a live about a year ago. So this is the time of year I like to make my elderberry syrup. And what better time than, well, maybe like a week and a half ago would have been a better time. But it's time to fill up my little syrup, or it's time to make some elderberry syrup. So I'm going to show you how I do this. Since I can't find the ginger that I got, I don't know. This one's not, I usually like to put ginger, cinnamon, and a few cloves in. I do have cinnamon powder, but I think I'm just going to do the straight elderberries in this one. And I'm going to show you how I do that. It's really simple. I think I have more berries under the bed in the back of the van. I keep like backup bulk herbs of the ones I use a lot, so I'm actually just going to use the rest of these. I'm going to simmer it for a while so it will boil down, but I don't want to add too much. We're going for a syrup here, not a tea. And I think that's probably good, because it's going to be about like a third honey. So turn it on. Just let it simmer. And there it is. We're going for like a boil and then reduce to a simmer. I don't want to boil it for too long. I want to simmer it for probably like 2 hours. And then in here, I have this witch hazel that I was going to use for washing my face, and it's almost gone, and I don't use it very often. So I think I'm going to sacrifice the rest of this and fill it up with the elderberry syrup when it's all done. So I think it's important, well, I know it's important to stay hydrated, and that's like a good way to like flush like the congestion out. So, but I don't always feel like drinking water, especially if I'm kind of sick. So a hack that I do for myself, that I've been doing, what I do is I drink some of it and then I put juice in here. So I have this apple cider, and I'm going to add, you know, it goes up to there. I'm going to drink it down to like here and then add apple cider. And that way I'm getting all that liquid, but it tastes like a fancy drink or whatever. This makes a tasty drink. It's got the apple juice, the apple cider, fresh pressed apples. Great this time of year. One of my favorite fall drinks is a nice cold glass of cider, apple cider, like just pressed. I don't even need all the spices or anything, just like unfiltered cider. So by putting that with some seltzer, it won't be hard to drink this whole thing. And that's just adding more liquids. And then one last thing that I'm going to show before I go lay down for a little bit. Not that I've done anything, but I'm ready to lay down. And that is wiping this out with the elderberries. And I'm going to move the label from here. It says elderberries. And I think this will become my nutritional yeast jar. I'll put nutritional yeast in this jar, which right now is just in a bag, but I like to have everything in jars if possible, because it just packs more easily. So even though it's witch hazel in there now, it will be elderberry syrup. Oops, it's a little off center there. There we go. And I will clean that out and fill that with elderberry. And this is ready for the nutritional yeast at some point. All right, now we got this going, this elderberry. See, it was kind of boiling, so I turned it down a little bit. Just a little bit. So it was up here, I just turned it down to like there. Because I want it to simmer like that, but not like a rolling boil. So the simmer will help extract the good nutrients and things, the the good stuff in the berries, extract it by simmering it. But I don't want it to like boil, because I don't want to destroy any of the stuff either. So this is a nice in-between temperature, and I'm gonna let this do its thing for a little bit. I haven't had a cold for like a year that I can remember. It's been almost a year since I had a bad cold. So most of the time I'm really healthy. But I did get a year ago their tablets. They're a combination of golden seal and echinacea. Echinacea is not like one of my go-to herbs for some reason. I don't know. I've tried it before and it doesn't really like vibe with me, but I know it works for a lot of people. But golden seal is one that I love. I like to keep it on hand. I like to keep the powder around because I can add it to like tea, or I don't know, just incorporate it different ways. But I had these little capsules and I was taking those last year when I had the cold, but I must have finished them up or something. Or maybe, I don't know. I've lost track of them. I mean, I was also in a totally different vehicle at that point, so they might have gotten lost in the shuffle. I'm going to let this elderberry stuff simmer for a little bit, and while that's happening, I'm going to go lay down and work on drinking this apple cider and seltzer water. So that's what's next. Rest. Unfortunately, it looks like Ruby's on the same page as me with the rest. Maybe she'll come join me on the bed. Ruby's cooperating with rest time. She's such a good girl. Yep. Nap time, Rubes. Ugh. So, had a nice little rest. It's been, I don't know, maybe an hour. Could see some of the liquids boiled off. It's pretty dark. I think I'm gonna turn this off now and let it sit for a little bit longer. All right, so in here, I believe there is some honey back here. After I packed everything all back in again, here we go. This is what I need. Some honey. I don't think it's, oh, it is raw. It's raw and unfiltered. Excellent. So I'm going to add some of this to that. And I want it to be about 1/3 honey to elderberry syrup. I want to put enough so that it's kind of thick, and the honey kind of serves as a preservative too. So that's probably good. All right, now the task is to strain the berries out. And so I think I'm going to use my tea strainer or my tea kettle and strain it into this teacup. It's been straining a little bit. Wait for that to drip a bit. It seems like it'll be the right amount for that jar back there. Now comes the tricky part, trying to get this in that hole there. Just going to pour it really carefully. There we go. That's it. Perfect. Ooh, that's the perfect amount. And then there's a spoonful left for now. Alrighty. There's my elderberry syrup. Simple, super easy. Has a really nice flavor. Honey and elderberries. That's all that this one is. Sometimes, most of the time I put ginger and stuff, but yeah. So anyway, thanks for hanging out with me. You know, making progress. See, almost halfway. I don't know if you can see because of the label, but it's about down to there. I'm almost halfway through my seltzer drink thing. So I'm hydrating, having elderberry. Lots of hot, spicy, brothy soups. And this is what I do. And now the next is like actually taking like not just a lay down, but like a proper nap. So I think that's what's next. But thanks for hanging out with me. Hopefully I'll feel 100% better on the next video, which should be coming soon. I hope everybody is doing well and healthy. I hope maybe something in here helped, you know, I don't know. I hope it can help you guys to stay healthier. If you're not feeling well, maybe one of these recipes or something will help you feel better. So, again, I'm not a doctor. I'm just sharing what I do personally to kind of get through the cold season and when I'm feeling under the weather. But yeah, thanks for hanging out and joining along. And if you're here for the first time watching this, a day in the life of my van, sick, I invite you to subscribe. This isn't maybe necessarily the like most exciting video, but you know, it's fun just to hang out. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed this or got something out of it, I would appreciate it if you could hit that thumbs up button. And I just appreciate all of you guys. I am blessed with this amazing community here, and yeah, I appreciate it. Alrighty, be well, and I'll see you on the next one.